Hi, welcome to the Vergas Show. I'm Sherry Hansen. Thank you for joining me today. And we're in the heart of Vergas, and we're at the Vergas United Methodist Church. I'm with a wonderful group of people here that's excited about planning and telling you about the Vergas United Methodist Church is having their 100-year celebration. That's pretty cool, you guys. I just love celebrations like this because there's just so much history and so many family memories that come from it. When I walked into the church, the first thing I did is walked over to their beautiful quilt they have on the wall, and my grandma Schimmelhorn's name is on there because she was a member of this church. So that's pretty fun for me too to be able to feel like I have a little bit of part of that. I'll introduce the people that I'm with, and we're all going to have a little bit different roles that we're going to be playing here. I have Alwyn Martinson over here, then he's going to be talking to us a little bit about some of the items that they have that are going to help everybody celebrate the Centennial and have things in their homes that's going to remind them of the great history of this church. And I have Rodney Hansen to my left here, and he's going to be talking a little bit about the history. And Sharon Ratz is on my right, and she's going to tell you all about the celebration of it. And way over to my right, I have Ray Brune, who is the longest living member of the United Methodist Church right now. So, Sharon, I'm going to start out with you. Tell us what you have going on for your Centennial.
Well, we are celebrating on the 26th of June. We are going to have a special service, lots of special music, and Sally Dick, our lady from the conference, is going to be here, and she is going to give the sermon that day, so we're looking forward to that also. And then after the church service is over with, we are going to keep on celebrating. We're going to go to the community center, and we're going to be served a nice dinner and be able to visit with the visitors that have been invited to this.
Sharon, have you been contacting past members and
yes, we
and
have.
People and so like if somebody has not gotten that official invitation, this is an open invitation to them to make sure that they know they're welcome, right?
Yes, we did. We sent invitations out. As a matter of fact, I got a call from Betty Jean Burnham yesterday, whose Charles was a pastor here, and she was looking for a place to stay for a couple nights. So we know for sure she's coming.
Oh, that's wonderful. When you talk about people from the conference that are coming, what roles are they going to be playing in your Centennial celebration?
Well, Sally is going to come, and she's the president of our one in the cities, and
okay.
she will actually be giving the sermon that day.
Okay, that's wonderful. So, you got any previews of what special music you're going to be having? That's always fun.
Donna Frank is our music leader, and she put together several of the older hymns, and the choir is going to sing them and go through them as a reminder of the past.
Oh, that's a wonderful tribute to the Centennial. Well, that's great. Sharon, I'll probably just check in with you before we close again just to get the details on it. But we all know that you cannot have a Centennial celebration without having some history back there. And I know, Rodney, you have been working very hard on getting a pictorial history together, but then in the meantime also just putting together all of the little details. So let's start out with, we go back to 1911, or 1908.
Yeah, when we started to think about this year's Centennial celebration, it's been 2-3 years ago, and we formed a committee. There's 12, 15 people probably, but I was charged with the job of finding out the history about the church.
Now, why did they give you that job? No,
I don't know. I think they picked an old man.
I think they knew somebody who enjoyed it too. So
right, and we, Alwyn and Marilyn, us were going through the books and so on. You couldn't find much history really, except that when we would make an improvement or an addition to the church. So I found a dozen pictures showing different changes at the time that you made an addition or the time that you made a window change and so on, and I related them to the ministers who were here at that particular time. So this book is made up of eras, 9 different eras, and it starts way back in 1908 when Vergas Main Street didn't have a Methodist church in it. The Methodists had already formed in 1911, and but they didn't have a church building. So that's how far back it goes to. So I have a picture in here of Main Street before there was a church. Then the next picture shows when the church arrived in Vergas. The Methodists organized in 1911, but the church arrived here in 1912.
So now, is that the actual building we're sitting in right now?
Yeah,
okay.
This building here. And what's interesting about it, during the time that we were trying to put this book together, I advertised, and we couldn't find anybody in Pelican that ever remembered that the Methodist Church was on Main Street in Pelican. But
because you went to Pelican Rapids to get the church, right? Okay.
Yeah, we went to Pelican. But just recently, we came across a picture of Main Street of Pelican Rapids in 1899, and it shows our Methodist Church there. And I don't think anyone in Pelican realized that was a Methodist church, but I do get the Pelican Press and related that to our history here. Yeah. So we have pictures of the church when it first arrived, and then about 1915 we have a street scene where the church in location, and the street has been extended up to it. And then there's different pictures showing the old steeple and additions to the back, and then we go on to another era, from 1955 to 73, where we put some special windows in. Then in the 1973 to 1998 era, we added an addition on the back. Then 1998 to 2003, we had another addition on the back. And then now more recently, in 2003, we have reversed the direction of the steps and have covered them and have the new picture and the new church. And these here, our color pictorial history are available not only here at the church, but at different places in town, at my plumbing shop, or Pinky's Hardware, or Goodman's Grocery. So feel free to pick them up. There will be something you'll want to keep for many years. Even if you're not a member, you're welcome to have them.
That's really nice, Rodney, and I have seen these, and it's been fun looking through these and seeing the different, because what you have on the sides, like you mentioned, is the different pastors that were here at the time. I remember, I can really relate to when the steeple was hit by lightning. I work at the bank, of course, and worked with Gordon Dahlgren, and oh my goodness, that steeple was just really important to Gordon, and it was hard for him to see that that had to go. But of course, your church and the additions that you have been able to do have just made a very beautiful building.
In a way, that was a blessing in disguise, because that prompted us to do some more work in here.
Isn't that how it works?
Yeah,
that's usually how it works. And so I definitely want to talk to you. I want to talk to Raymond about some memories that he has, and we want to get to Alwyn and talk to him about some of the items that the church has to help everybody remember. And Rodney, I want to visit with you a little bit more about some of your memories of being a member here. And so hopefully all of you are looking at June 26th at coming to Vergas and being a part of the Methodist Church's celebration for their Centennial. And I want to visit with these people some more, so we're going to get them on next week too. And so for right now, thank you for joining us, and you have a good day in Vergas.